Okay, hi guys. Welcome to another episode of the MI podcast. As you saw, I did quite a bit of explainer videos. I released them different kind of types of marketing strategies you have to use, what you have to use in different industries. Web3 is coming up, how you use that for your particular marketing efforts. Now I'm kind of diving into kind of topics deeper, people who have worked in a particular kind of marketing or an industry, and can share their perspective in terms of, because they are people who have worked on it on the back end. So we are going to talk about a very interesting, it's very kind of a mainstream, everybody who is not in marketing also is affected by it, and is you constantly consume celebrity content. So we're talking how brands can optimize the marketing via celebrities. Obviously, for instance, when the concept of celebrity only came, you have brand endorsements, but how the market is changed, evolved with social media, and new kind of celebrities have come up. Celebrities from totally zero background, who are like homegrown from the internet, they've become big stars. And also we've seen that over the last 10 years. We'll kind of talk into that. Obviously our main focus would be for marketers, where they can use those celebrities. We'll get into technical aspects, strategy wise, and on a wise, where you get your maximum bang for the buck in terms of your marketing budget when you are using a particular celebrity. So here I have with me Ruchi Rao. She's joining us. So Ruchi, you are joining us from where?
Currently, I'm in Delhi, Nikhil.
Okay, okay, awesome. So thanks for taking out the time and coming here.
Thank you so much.
Great. So Ruchi, you can just tell a little bit, to the audience about, yourself, where all maybe you have studied and where you are working currently.
Hi, I'm Ruchi. I'm currently in Delhi working as a communications manager with the Jindal Group's brand called Nourish Organics. My past experiences have been with agencies and fashion and lifestyle brands doing marketing from them, which has ranged from digital marketing to influencer marketing and a little bit of celebrity marketing as well. My expertise is strategy and brand building.
That's great. And anything interesting, like currently, like where you're working, anything you want to share, like generally what your work profile, a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so Nourish Organics is a 15-year-old organic food brand, and even before all the brands that you see in the market today, Nourish Organics has been there. We advocate clean food. It's one of the most, renowned brands of the country, and they are partners with major five-star restaurant chains in the country. And we have done a lot of celebrity endorsements ourselves. Seema Jindal, who is the founder of the brand, herself is a celebrity in a way, because she has been to a lot of panel discussions. There are a lot of press releases that come under Seema ma'am's name.
Hmm.
And just today we got featured in GQ for one of the health related segments that was there. So Nourish Organics is all about clean food, healthy eating, healthy living. uh, and they also work with Indigo. So Indigo Flights is one of our major clients. Taj restaurants, the Taj
That's right.
properties are our
So your
clients.
your hands are quite full, like on a daily basis. So many different kinds of channels and techniques you have to use in marketing a product.
Yeah, that's there because we do all sort of digital front. We have a huge sales team as well, and as a communications manager, I have to take care of everything that goes online as well as offline, how the brand is portrayed out in the market.
That's right. So let's just dive into our discussion on celebrity marketing via celebrities. So
Right.
first things first, as a marketer, when you have a celebrity on board, obviously, firstly, to the audience, I would like to clarify in terms of celebrity. When we mean, like today in a digital age, when you would say someone has a million plus followers, say on at least one channel, then you would kind of deem them to be a celebrity. So here we are not traditional form of just movie stars or the showbiz industry, where we are considered celebrities or person is on TV or something. Here we today we have celebrities who are popular. Today even you have doctors or mechanics, engineers, those guys who are like a normal profession and they become very popular. They're like celebrities only on the internet. So in that context, so when it comes to deciding on the right celebrity that suits your brand and you're doing a campaign, you can just take us through like what are the factors for that.
So, you need to have a checklist. As a marketer, I think everyone has that checklist when we do any sort of marketing, what to do. And while doing celebrity marketing, it's very important that your checklist should have major important pointers. Like, first very important point is relevance and brand fit. If that celebrity is really relevant to the brand, I cannot have John Abraham endorse Myntra, for example, or I cannot have Jaya Bachchan as a celebrity to, let's say, make a brand. So things like that. So you have to see the image and personality of that particular celebrity has to be very on the point, has to fit what the brand advocates. Also, it's very important to understand the kind of audience appeal that these celebrities have, what kind of fan base they have. A very good example would be that people follow Sonam Kapoor for her fashion. So we someone would not want to see other content, I mean, compared to the fashion content. But if you look at Meera Rajput, she's also a celebrity. She has not done any movies, but she is a celebrity in herself, and people follow her for skincare and health related products. One very good example is that Meera Rajput has done a lot of ads and has endorsed the brand Wellbeing Nutrition, where she talks about the importance of protein and supplements, and people would believe her because it's coming from someone whose life on social media that people see is all about clean food, healthy living. So
That's
that's
right.
one
This is
point.
also a kind of a celebrity that has come up in the last few years when you are the wife or husband or somebody related to a celebrity,
Absolutely.
your
Yes.
following goes up also, and somewhere or the other when you're with that celebrity you get that enhanced reach.
That is there. It's very important. The image and reputation that particular celebrity that you want to, want your brand name to be associated with. It's very important. Also, it's very important to look at the endorsement history. Of what sort of endorsements these celebrities have done in the past, and what has the effect been. How their again the image and reputation word comes here. Their history has a lot of things to do with their reputation. One also very interesting and important thing when you want to choose the right celebrity for your brand is if you want to do a long term partnership or you want to do a short term partnership. A very good example would be Cred. So Cred does only short-term partnerships. You'll see all the Cred videos. They have cricketers, they have singers, they have people from different industries come up and do ad films for them. These are short-term endorsements. When we talk about
Hmm.
long-term endorsements, we could definitely talk about how L'Oreal does it. So, everyone knows L'Oreal professional. Aishwarya Rai has been their brand ambassador for years now. So
Hmm.
everyone associates. So I would not trust Aishwarya Rai talking about any other hair care brand. I know that she does it for L'Oreal. So it's very important to know what you want. If you want a long term, if you want a short term. Uh,
That's right.
since we are in India, we also need to consider the cultural sensitivity when you have a celebrity for your brand. Uh, there was quite a little backlash on Alia Bhatt when she did an ad with Mohe, where Mohe brand was talking about Kanyadan. So they were trying to reframe it and say that why should there be Kanyadan? We want to change it to Kanyaman. There was a lot of chaos around it, and
Hmm.
so you have to be very specific. Cultural sensitivity is one of the most important
Hmm.
things when we do any sort of celebrity
That's right.
marketing in India.
There's also one major, I feel, marketers face, which is unfortunate today, that when obviously when you are creating these campaigns as any creative professional, it's about pushing the envelope. You aren't going to get views like that. Interest won't come if you don't do that. Your quality of your content has to keep going up. Like that's what we are seeing with many Bollywood movies not doing well, is because with the excess of content is so easy and almost free now, you want to see something outstanding when you are putting in time or effort into that. So um when you have these particular where there for any particular reason they will come, because there is a, I think, kind of an industry only running now, that where they will get offended and they will try to take down, and then that will create this thing. So brands face this, they have to use. End of the day, what happens unfortunately is that there are two ways to look at it. Where you've done the campaign, obviously indirectly you're getting traction, right? That is also the case where what happened with the Pathan movie, you got the attention anyway, right? So that actually they don't serve any purpose, let's be honest. But the marketers or this thing, they definitely deal with this thing. And they, I mean, obviously you have to be very have a proper strategy in place. Like I'm sure they're now used to it.
That's there, true that, where I mean, a lot of effort, energy, and time goes when you're planning a celebrity
Yeah.
campaign with any brand. Even be it short term or long term, it has to be relatable,
Hmm.
and you also have to consider the cost point. Not every brand can afford. Even in celebrities, there are multiple levels. Some celebrities would cost you just double of the other
Hmm.
celebrities. So cost and ROI is also very important, and I think all of these are equally important. Equal weightage should be given while we choose the right celebrity for our brand.
That's right. We can talk a little bit on best practices for it, where like when you are trying to finalize, obviously, you, like say 10, 15 years back, you can refer to certain lists which is general. Now we can get more kind of more data, or we get more granular in it, where if you're having a lot of followers, but then how much level of, say, engagement per is there, or what is their offline influence also, that comes. How, what do you feel other practices that have come up over the last few years, that also you have to get into details because of justifying that spend on them?
So, one very important thing is relatability. When marketers choose celebrities, you just cannot go and choose any random celebrity. There are a lot of celebrities who do OTT, some do Bollywood, some do international shows as well. You have to choose the one who is relatable. So, a lot of times you don't run behind the number of followings, number of movies they do in a year, but you look for how relatable that celebrity really is. When it
Hmm.
comes to the story that my brand wants to tell, if it really would be relatable when that celebrity talks about it, or even is standing with that product.
That's
So
right. That's right. Obviously, the reach part of it is kind of set. Like if you they don't have that reach that you perceive of the TG, they will not be even shortlisted. But getting into more details, which I have seen, where there was a, I think, a scale also that was used by Times Syllabex, where they used to kind of rank the celebrity as per their power or their influence. So there were factors wherein what media outlets, so many, where all they've appeared, what all has been kind of written of them, in terms of even social media analysis tools, like they'll see where all their names have been mentioned and all that. So get into those details, which I think marketers, if you're working for a big brand and your brand is spending these huge amounts on these celebrities, kind of have a proper process in place, because end of the day it is a budget, you have to justify it to the top management. I've even seen, obviously, where the movie star is just giving a little bit amount of reach, but actual sales is happening through a macro level influencers also. So you have to look at those angles also. So macro, say 100,000 to a million, they have followers, for example, they are getting you more sales for like beauty brands and all that. So you have to look at a way wherein you're getting the bang for the buck through the celebrity. It's not like you kind of are overpaying in that sense, because obviously within the industry they there's a lot of hype up that happens also in the back end, so to increase their prices, all for whether it's movies or endorsements and everything. So you have to kind of follow your own best practices to judge that. Okay. So Ruchi, being in the industry, like what are the different now creative ways that endorsements are taking place? How are we kind of collaborating now, is a term that, with celebrities to get that maximum? audience reach as well as recall value.
So with the freedom that comes when we have the social media and the co-creation part is there, so there are a lot of creative ways, apart from the traditional endorsement that was earlier happening. There's social media takeover, which is so famous these days, right? People,
Hmm.
there's a lot of hype that gets created when a brand says that, let's say, XYZ celebrity is going to take over our Instagram today, and she's going to take you around our headquarters, for example, or to our factory or to our back end, wherever. There's also one very interesting way of collaboration with celebrities that I personally, I mean, I'm a fan of this concept, is where you do an event collaboration and the celebrity is the co-host. Now, one example
Hmm.
for this is I recently attended the Tanqueray and Emily in Paris event here in Delhi, and Miss Malini. So it's a very famous name. She is quite a celebrity in herself. Miss Malini was the host for both the events. So she was a co-host because the other co-host was Viacom 18, who wanted to publicize, who wanted to Emily in Paris new season is coming, and they wanted to create a hype around it. They wanted to market it. They invited all the celebrities when they had the Bombay season, and when it was done in Delhi, they invited all the luxury influencers, all the beauty and lifestyle luxury influencers, and Miss Malini in herself, being the co-host, was promoting it, and that gave such a huge reach. It also created a little FOMO amongst influencers and celebrities who could not attend it. It was really one successful event, and I feel that event collaboration does wonders. It's really good, and you must have seen Shilpa Shetty herself also does this a lot. She does event collaborations. One also very important and creative way is storytelling. So not every brand would want to directly tell about the product, just put it on the face of the consumer. They go through storytelling, and an example for this would be that Louis Vuitton had partnered with the filmmaker Wong Kar-wai a few years back when they had launched their collection, which was travel inspired collection. And just having a celebrity, let's say a Bollywood or a Hollywood star, to hold the bag would not have as much impact as this filmmaker making short movies which represented how the travel, how your luggage is, important. So there was a lot of storytelling behind it, and a lot of brands have been doing this. A lot of Indian jewelry brands have been doing this lately. Malabar is one beautiful example where they have this entire storytelling of how beautifully your great grandfathers and your grandparents are happy about your wedding, and how things happen while there's a wedding. There's also one way of collaborating with the celebrities, which is philanthropic partnership. And a very, very successful campaign was when Adidas partnered with Pharrell Williams, because you have to choose a celebrity that also in general follows what you're trying to advocate. So Pharrell Williams, when they did it with Adidas, it was around shoes made from recycled ocean plastic. Now, of course, people follow Pharrell Williams for his efforts and the things that he has done around environment and sustainability, and this was very, very successful. We even had a lot of celebrities coming to India in Holi because of this Adidas collaboration. And another way is that we do a long term brand partnership. So we do a long term brand ambassador thing with celebrities, which kind of also adds a lot of value to your brand. If we look at a global brand like Maybelline, they have done it with Gigi Hadid. Now, Gigi Hadid is not a film star or a filmmaker. She is like top international model, and she is a fashion influencer in herself. Now, over the years, we have seen she is the brand ambassador for Maybelline along with other celebrities. And recently we saw Shah Rukh Khan's daughter is the new brand ambassador in India for Maybelline. So
Mhm.
that's also there. Brands have now come
That's
up with really creative ways.
That's right. That strategy of associating your celebrity in terms of like co-hosting the event, like when we had the Neeta Mukesh Ambani Center, they flew in the top Hollywood stars, Tom Holland and
Yes.
Zendaya. Then even Gigi Hadid had come, And when you look at the social media of theirs also, it was very strategically done. It was not like, okay, you scroll down and then add a few photos and all. I think it was very well executed. They got, so basically for a brand is that you are covering those markets, right? Your reach, because that celebrity has that influence on a market in America or something, and then you get those their viewership once they put it on social media and it comes in mainstream news and all. So that's quite kind of interesting, co-hosting the events where a celebrity would do that for you, and you designing that, and complete like a build up. I've seen celebrities, they put in their social media, the stories and various other things. So yeah, I think that is something kind of interesting. When we even see Ranveer Singh, he's going like for NBA and some many other places, because they want to capture Indian viewership. So now the Indian viewership you will get by, obviously the maximum impact is the Bollywood star. So he's getting to go so many places. Like even for the Premier League, he had gone to one of the matches and all. He's like all over the globe. I think Ranveer Singh as a celebrity would be the most like in all over the world, in terms of if you actually see the views and how many people are this thing him, and the amount of not only Indian endorsement, brand endorsement. So that also goes long way into him as an endorser. But yeah, that's a very interesting fact.
About this
Yeah,
Ranveer Singh that you said, there are a lot of backlashes also that happened when Ranveer Singh
yeah,
has been, like when there was this Pepsi ad. So Pepsi has always had a lot of competition
hmm.
around it. People saying that how can an actor promote a drink like that? Like when they had Tiger Shroff
That's it.
promote it, no one had a problem. But
Yes,
when
yes,
Ranveer Singh came, people started questioning, that how can you promote a drink like that? But yeah, Ranveer Kapoor has been across the
yeah.
globe, I feel, with a lot of
Now, so
brands.
if you see, that is so that's, I think you're talking about alcohol or something.
No, no, no. So Ranveer Kapoor, Ranveer Singh has done both alcohol. So he does it for one of the. So I mean, alcohol does surrogate marketing, right? So they don't really do
Yeah,
alcohol as such, but there's this some royal challengers or royal
yeah, yeah. That's
something that he
alcohol.
does, right?
It's a surrogate thing.
Huh.
Yeah.
So he does that, and he also did it for Pepsi. So when the Pepsi campaign came, no, that time there was a lot of backlash around, uh, like people were not really accepting Ranveer Singh doing that entire thing, because I think the storyline of that entire campaign was around college
Hmm.
students or choosing your career. So people could
Yes,
not
yes,
really
yes.
relate to it.
Yeah, yeah. Now, actually, all those things don't make sense. Now you see the biggest celebrities, they are doing the, like a pan masala brand and all these things. So honestly, like, I mean, it's become more, I would say, commercial and all, and little
Hmm.
bit on the back end also. When you little bit you know people in the industry, or there's a chatter behind agencies and all. Now honestly, from if you're a celebrity standpoint, like there's so much of their expense or running the whole entourage and their businesses and all, they are doing this. You see the biggest of celebrities, they have done those pan masala endorsements and all, and those who are into fitness and health also. So I'm not saying everyone, like you have Sachin Tendulkar, you have some other kind of icons who are kind of, maybe because they have more choices, who knows. So you cannot really
Hmm.
point out to anyone in terms of that. You choose your own, like you choose your own role models, I feel, in this day and age, and then you can kind of take the call from there.
That's there.
Awesome.
A lot of
So
times,
now,
also it's the
yes.
PR. A lot of times it's also the PR, so having being into this, when we reach out to certain brands, from, let's say, I go from the brand side, and I reach out to these managers, the PR, this celebrity PR people, they are very conscious about which brand to choose. A lot of times,
Hmm.
the PR people just sign contracts or just tell them, and then celebrities have no way out. They have to do it. That's also there. But yeah, PR also plays an important role there.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, I mean, I feel, just my opinion is that people shouldn't like go after celebrities and all. If you dissect, most of 80% products in food, all these are processed, right?
Hmm.
If you actually dissect them, many things are not so good for the health. Like they should have a limited. That is your this thing. You are not. If somebody is endorsing even a chips, it's not the greatest thing to eat, right? But it's like it's on the your own monitoring of what's going in your body, right? You can have little bit
Mm-hmm.
of it or something. So don't go after them. I feel people put your energies in your own social media accounts, not just reacting to
Hmm.
what, and putting people down just because they are at the top and all. Strive to aspire, like aspirational, and try to become in your field, increase your this thing. That's what's my thing. And accordingly, but obviously celebrities, obviously when you're at top, you will face these things, and you kind of have to deal with those things. Awesome. So
Right.
Ruchi, let's now go towards you executed a celebrity campaign, and now you are like presenting it to your particular CEO that this is my campaign. And also, how do you kind of
Hmm.
measure the thing? How do you present it? What are the metrics? Like, how do you define the success for that?
So, there are six things, major six things, which we need to see when we try to measure success of any social celebrity campaign that we do. One is how much brand awareness were we able to create. So, there's we do post campaign surveys to really have an understanding how well it did. Also, we track the website traffic, we track social media engagement. So we really need to know if brand awareness that we wanted was attained, was achieved. Second is social media engagement. So it's very easy. You can know if you did one brand
Hmm.
collab with, or you did something campaign with a celebrity and it just boosted up. So you will see the views on the reels, the reach, and if you got following. So a lot of brands, their followers just increase by
Hmm.
multiple folds, right? When they do a celebrity campaign. Also about reach and impressions. So of course every marketer knows the difference between reach and impressions, and while we talk about if we really had any sales or not, we first talk about what our reach was. What, like, did we really cover those geography that we wanted to do? Did we really
Hmm.
were able to have an impression of to the target audience that we wanted to do? It's also very important, one measure is sales and revenue. So we try to track this in terms of course, let's say I'm a clothing brand and I was definitely getting orders. If I'm Mintra, I was anyway getting orders every day. What I try to do is, if that particular celebrity marketing increased the total order value, we try to compare the number of sales that was happening before the campaign, during the campaign, and post the campaign. So that helps us to define overall sales and revenue. What
Yeah, also
impact
a
did that?
promo code. Also, obviously, you see
Yes,
how much and
yes, yes.
traffic from that particular video, if it came to your particular website and all that, can
Yeah,
also
the
be.
number of clicks and everything is there. But Nikhil, with influencers, the promo code works. With celebrity, you can never do in
Hmm.
codes. A
That's
celebrity
right.
would never go online and say use my code and get discount. But yeah, they definitely put links in their bio, right? So a lot of celebrities say that why don't you shop? Click the link in bio. So you can actually
Hmm.
track from there. Again, the website traffic can be tracked. That's there. There's also one very very beautiful and important way to measure success is by the share of voice. So once you have had the campaign, let's say a celebrity campaign in general, how many people are really talking about you? How many people really shared it?
Hmm.
There are so many different pages that you see online.
Yes, yes.
There are so many
Important point.
pages.
Organic. I mean, the earned reach that you get. People are interested in talking about it, and the brand advocates or anything, they repost that, and also that is the the best traffic that you can get for the best impact from your campaigns.
And when I say share of voice, it also means people talking about you. So, if I were to give you an example, Dove had an amazing campaign some time back where they wanted to talk about a social stigma of how the color of the woman really matters when there's a wedding, when she wants to get married or the family wants to do that. And it was shared, like millions of shares. So people were relating to it. People were, had that emotional connect with it. So it's very important, even if let's say the sales did not go up, but you could see everyone talking about the brand.
Hmm.
Everyone was talking about how that one particular video did amazing. And then last and the most important is your return on investment, so your ROI. So you have to see what ROI was. You definitely need positive ROI to measure, like that means that it was a successful campaign.
That's right. Let's move to, obviously, when you have celebrities on board. what is their impression. Because celebrity ka thing is like in the movie industry, when you ask, maybe I'm not sure how relevant now because of OTT and all, but Friday to Friday it changes, like in terms of how much how hot is a particular star, and how much kind of attention they are
Right.
getting in the
Hmm.
media and all those kind of things. So how do you check about certain maybe risky factors, like maybe there's certain controversy a star has got into, genuinely, or some matlab personal kuch aa gaya hai, there is something happened, and which is negatively kind of affect, like his maybe behavior is not good outside in general public, and that is going to affect the brand. And also, how do you kind of traverse through all this?
So, the best way to sort of navigate or have a check on what risks
Hmm.
could come up, very important, is to do a background check. You have to do a background check. You have to Regular monitoring is very important. News, social media, how public sentiments are affected by their statements given, let's say, in any magazine or newspaper. You have to do a very good, like, you have to be on your toes to see what's happening there. And you always need to have a crisis control ready with you. You need a backup plan. You need to know how to control these things if something comes up. And all of this can actually be dealt if you just have one clear contractual agreement with the celebrity. Let's
Hmm.
say you have already signed an agreement. It makes it easier for you to avoid all of this. If, let's say, I'm a brand selling, let's say, fitness product. Let's say I'm selling plant protein and I get Tiger Shroff to work with me. I will have a clear contractual agreement with him that no matter where you go, even if you're traveling, you're at the airport, you're at any club, or any event, you have to avoid using or holding any product of my competitor or anything that goes against, contradicts my brand value. So all of these things are mentioned in the contract that we sign with them. If still, if certain play times it happens, one very good example is, it was quite famous also. Akshay Kumar walked the ramp for Levi's, and
Hmm.
in between, while he was doing this, while he was on the ramp, he reached out to Twinkle Khanna, Twinkle, the wife, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. His wife
Yeah,
Twinkle Khanna.
yeah. So she unbuttoned the denims. Okay, now
Yes, yes.
that became a huge controversy. There was a huge backlash on this, but then the brand, Levi's, did crisis control so smartly. Akshay Kumar went to the media and said that it's my mistake, it's not the brand's mistake. So this happened only because they had a clear contract that, if you ever
Hmm.
do anything which could hamper, the brand image, then you have to speak to the media, let's say. And then, of course, continuous monitoring and evaluation is very important. It also helps us to avoid these risks, you know
That's right.
avoids them
Yeah,
getting
in
into
the
any
say
controversy.
contractual thing, definitely there's things mentioned about like your behavior if somebody is like arrested
Hmm.
and all those all things, and all law is broken and all those kind of things are there. Like it's a part of your contract where you can't be kind of that is obviously very straightforward there, that if they've broken a law or something happened. But also like in terms of their behavior around in settings in the events and all these things, that has to be kind of listed, because end of the day in they have to protect themselves also when they're having these contractual things and all. I also feel there is a thing where somewhere the brands also they have to stand up for certain celebrities, because a lot of celebrities they get targeted and all. So I feel that Baiju's what it did with the Shah Rukh thing, during when his son was in prison and all,
Hmm.
that I feel I don't support something like that, where they should stand by a celebrity at that time. And it had a negative impact on the brand, that definitely is there. You can
Definitely,
check that
definitely.
also. So somewhere just because a celebrity is targeted or put to word down, intentionally, these kind of things also happening. I think brands should have a stronger backbone and stick also. See, that depends on a case to case basis, but I've just given you like kind of an example for that.
Hmm.
That's right. So in terms of like, you can say internationally we see like stars and all, they will have a certain stance of certain thing and all. Do you think in an Indian context also it works out, like say you are talking about something where you support certain, say, a political party, or you having a environment issue or something like that, really strong in those things. So how is it different maybe internationally and in India?
So, India, of course, celebrities try to avoid saying anything
Hmm.
politically that you must have
Yes, yes, yes.
observed yourself. There's a huge thing around this, and in my opinion, if you see any celebrity who actually spoke about the government or something, they have had a negative impact on their image as well.
That's
And
right.
one
That's
example
right.
is Kangna Ranaut. So her films
Hmm.
got affected, her brand endorsements got affected because she was talking a lot about politics. Her personal image also in the industry and otherwise got affected. And even if right now I would pitch
Hmm.
any clothing brand or a beauty brand to have her as a brand ambassador, they would think twice.
Yes,
So
yes.
again, comes to the point that we keep checking in media
That's
about
right.
what they have been doing. We
Yes.
are evaluating and monitoring their activities
Hmm.
and would not want to be
Yeah, the
associated with them.
unfortunate thing, there's certain realities in the market. Nobody's bigger than that. So what happens also is with Shah Rukh, when he was asked that in an interview directly, you're not taking a stand on certain things. He said that yes, I win, and he told the journalist that yeah, even I would
Hmm.
like that the journalists don't hype up everything and make a TV
Hmm.
show out
Hmm.
of it,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
a serial. Then even that, like, he was being honest, like why should he suffer on that? Like, just one opinion you give, right? If you have an environment overall, it'll take time but to get there, but it's not there currently, so you will be careful about that. And everyone should be kind of, just because you have in a position, you have heat at that time as a celebrity, doesn't mean so. Obviously we have to, as a celebrity, certain things you have to monitor your saying, because you're associated with a lot of brands in per se. Awesome. So let's talk about certain things, like where I think we've covered the part of uh, the backlash and generally. So we'll just talk about different kind of celebrities that have come up, like say in the last 10 years with social media. You can kind of build up a following today. Creation of content per se has become easier. So many tools you have
Hmm.
now, AI, hundreds of features within that. You can kind of create shorts about yourself. You can create easily long form content, like we are having an interview, you are in Delhi or something, I'm here. So it's kind of getting easier. So you can like talk about new celebrities that have come up in the last 10 years, and how a positive effect it has even for brands.
So we'll see, when we say the word celebrity, it's not just limited to Bollywood stars anymore, as we discussed as well. We see a lot of people from the music industry, they are celebrities. We see a lot of people from the healthcare industry, they are celebrities. Also, you must have seen a lot of cricketers. So in the past 10 years, I mean, as a kid, I saw very few cricketers actually doing ads, you know.
Hmm.
Even if they did, they would do, let's say, around, let's say, IPL. So around IPL,
Yeah.
they do some ads. But
Yeah.
in general, like, or life insurance.
Yeah,
So we
because
would really,
IPL
really,
actually, like say you earlier, we had a pool of 10 or 11 players majorly used to
hmm,
see in for the Indian. With IPL, the popularity of so many cricketers has happened. So
hmm.
they also have become celebrities. Like if you've never played for India also, and you've maybe done well in one IPL also. Yeah.
That's there. And one thing which was very surprising is how, a lot of brands in West Bengal have taken Saurav Ganguly. So Saurav
Hmm.
Ganguly is doing ads for a jewelry brand, and because Saurav Ganguly has such a powerful figure as a
Hmm.
cricketer and as a person, that people are just, I mean, I cannot relate as a person, and I'm not from West Bengal. I'm not able to relate how Saurav Ganguly is actually doing an ad for a jewelry brand, but he is
Hmm.
doing it and the brand is doing really well.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
saying that only Bollywood stars are celebrities, gone are those days. You'll see
Yeah. Yeah.
from anyone,
So that I
even you
think
would
comes
see
to the
MasterChef.
like celebrities on yesteryears also popularity. Like when you saw
Hmm.
the ads and all, they brought in because that nostalgic factor is there, and then you have maybe
Yes.
your TG is say 50 to 60 years of age, they will
Hmm.
relate more because they were their icons at that time. So definitely.
Absolutely. I mean, who would have thought that Neeraj could actually be a celebrity? We knew he was an athlete who got us, like, who got India so much name around the world. But then Cred made use of it instantly. They knew that
Hmm.
everyone could relate to it, so they got him. We also have a lot of people. Let's say, for example, chefs across, like the judges, like
Hmm.
let's say the chef Kunal. Chef Kunal is a celebrity in himself. He's invited to
Yeah.
events. There are a lot of journalists who are celebrities now. So there are a lot of top journalists across the country who are celebrities. We have a lot of businessmen who are celebrities in a way. And then, of course,
Yes.
people who go to Big Boss or who go to such shows, even TV. So you see,
Yes. Yes.
Rohit Shetty has this show, right? Khatro Ke Khiladi, and
Yes. Yes.
you will see normal dancers from, let's say, Dance India dance people and those Star Plus people coming together and they become celebrity. So I think in general in the celebrity, when you talk about the word celebrity, there are also so
Hmm.
many changes are happening constantly. There are a lot of kid celebrities also these days, right? So you will see a lot of uh, like age group 10 to 15, like under 18 also,
Hmm.
they are also in the where you can call them celebrity. So we have, let's say, any child artist or someone who is very famous, so we call them as well celebrities. So this entire concept of we want to do a celebrity campaign, you can choose anyone. You have so many
That's right. That's
options
right.
now.
Yes, yes. This is, I think, let's, if you like take it in a way in terms of people who are, into content creation and all, end of the day, they want to become celebrities. So I think it's market is opened up. You can be any kind of professional. You even see doctors and all, like say a Dr. Mike, and also they have a huge following on social media, or they are certain, I've even seen online Instagram, you'll have a certain lawyer, you'll have a real estate agent also and all, who
Yes,
is a,
yes.
so you can be in any profession, you can kind of become a celebrity. But obviously for them, working professionals and all, it is about how you leverage your following to, the in terms of whatever gigs you are doing, or any kind of, where you're talking at an events and all that, those kind of things. But it's about getting into that celebrity status where it's a different ball game in terms of where how much you can monetize your services. So I think it's a positive this thing. We all, as I know, there will be negative related celebrities also,
Mhm.
wherein they abuse and all kind of you see these accounts like in America, you see after the COVID, like OnlyFans and all these things also coming up. But we all, let's say,
Yeah, right.
we decide like who are the heroes we have or these things. So it's a complete market dependent thing. And I feel in a positive sense, where as work professionals and all we have in terms of popularity, we all have a chance in getting that. Like when you see 10 years ago, nobody could imagine like somebody into motivation would have like millions of followers, like Sandeep
Absolutely.
Maheshwari, 25 million
Hmm.
plus and all. These guys are following more than movie stars. You can also, I would
Yes,
say,
true
in
that.
a positive sense, I
Hmm.
feel if you're in a content creation thing, just go forward and kind of, create content and do it consistently, because everyone has a chance in any domain to reach more, because consumption will increase, people who you're
Hmm.
subscribing to increases, how you're following, interacting, personalized services, all those things is just going to go up now.
Also, a very good example here is there's this comedian Anubhav Singh Bassi. He was a stand-up
Hmm.
comedian, and he just acted as a supporting actor in Ranbir Kapoor's
Yeah.
movie, the new movie that came. And then I
Hmm.
saw him act like last week. I was at one of his stand-up shows, and I was like, dude, now he's a celebrity. Earlier, we
Yes,
used to
yes.
call him a stand-up comedian. Now he's a celebrity. Same with Tanmay Bhatt, right? He was a YouTuber, a comedian, and a stand-up person doing content. Now he's a celebrity.
Yes,
He
yes,
comes
yes.
under that category. So people
Bassi,
are
I think
jumping
Bassi
from.
is the most followed comedian like in the whole country. So that is the thing. Obviously, when a director is doing for a movie now, I'm sure we are seeing the trend like all influencer is
Hmm,
taken for some role or the other, so that you get more
hmm,
reach. So
that's
this is
there.
again followed. We are seeing Prajakta Kohli also did a
Oh
movie.
yes,
Then
yes.
Harish Benewal also he got a movie. So that is part, like who is popular is now this. I don't think वो अभी ये है कि people who are want to get into acting also, they'll think यार कि यार मेरी popularity I think social media पे मैं बड़ा हूँ, that is my priority to get
Then,
roles.
that's there true.
That's right. Awesome. Now, channel in this discussion, there's also the part of, personalization, where you have the personal interaction with the celebrity, where you are seeing these, say, apps, where like a true fan or something, there's an app where you celebrity will directly, wish you and all. And I have even heard like they will have different, like they might have their own apps, so they'll have like memberships and all that. YouTube पे तो already है. So usme like you'll have like maybe once in 2 months or something, there's a meeting with that celebrity for the premium members or something like that. So those kind of personalization, because now maybe it's not that great. You can, in any celebrity you get to see for free, right, on YouTube and all. But maybe in personal interaction also, those kind of industries also coming up.
Yeah, actually, one very interesting thing is what a lot of brands have done. For example, this entire new era of people getting into fitness, into Pilates, and they
Hmm.
know that someone like Malaika Arora Khan or someone like that, these celebrities are into Pilates. So, what these newer brands and bigger brands who are into Pilates, what they do is they ask people to come up and they have little, sort of workshop and meetup kind of, and people are ready to
Hmm.
pay good amount to attend these workshop and events where Malaika is also coming. And when you talk about this personalization services, this actually counts as one of those. You go to a wellness event and you have Malaika there, and there are only 20 people who can attend that event by a certain paid amount, that amount that they have paid,
Hmm.
and that creates so much hype, right? The celebrity, of course, is charging a lot, people are paying a lot to attend that event, and when they post about it, when they talk about it on social media, when it comes in the newspapers, it creates a FOMO. So when that FOMO
Hmm.
is created amongst people, then people go to these apps or people go to these agencies where you can actually get a personalized message also. There are many agencies these days where you can get personalized happy birthday or wedding anniversary wishes from celebrities. And I think on a daily basis, let's say if a celebrity is getting ready to leave for work, and let's say the manager comes and says, why don't you make two happy birthday wishes, 1 minute video. Even Karina Kapoor Khan does it. So it's
Hmm.
it's just one of the revenue ways for them, right? It's one of their income sources where they do personalized messages and notes for people saying hi, or this is also a
Hmm.
new trend where you gift. So if it's my friend's birthday, the celebrity is actually going to say, Ruchi is wishing you a happy birthday and this is a gift from
Hmm.
Ruchi, and things like that. So that ways also celebrities have taken over the market, birthday wishes and all of
That's
those
right.
things. It's there.
What do you feel in terms of, say, marketers? Maybe they, in their campaigns, they can have some angle of a celebrity interaction. We all like leverage that.
It's little difficult, because when you do a celebrity campaign, you're targeting a very huge audience. So
Hmm.
one way how to incorporate where you can have someone speak to the celebrity is how radio people do their ads. So they run a
Hmm.
contest, or
Yeah.
if you see any brand, let's say for example a perfume brand, there are a few perfume brands in India who did a campaign around this. So Axe, I think Axe or someone did this campaign where you had to tell three, so they had three questions, you have to answer the three
Hmm.
questions, and five lucky winners could go on a date with Nora Fatehi or something like that.
Hmm.
So they combine their celebrity endorsement, celebrity marketing with how to get more and more leads from people. Everyone who sent in their
That's right.
answers, they
There's
got
more
leads,
participation
right?
in those
Yes,
competitions, and
yes,
you get data. End of the day, will they'll be filling a
yes,
form or
yes.
whatever. Yeah.
And then you just have to choose, let's say, three winners from that entire campaign that they ran, and those three people got to go, let's say, a lunch or dinner, and then the company pays for it anyway. And you never know the terms and conditions. There would be like 10 pages
Hmm.
of terms and conditions that you can only go for half
Yeah.
an hour, you can go for 1 hour, it can be a virtual thing, it could be anything, right? So, and
That's right.
even
That's right.
radio has this thing where they have a, let's say, a celebrity guest coming in. The radio people run this communication for a week, that let's
Hmm.
say certain superstar is coming to our show next month, or when celebrities actually promote their movies, you know. So you will
Hmm.
see when Vicky Kaushal and Sara Ali Khan were promoting their movie, they're going to the matches, they went to the IPL final, right? And then they went to all other places, they went to all the radio places, and then people could talk. So that's also one very good way. Radio is a very good way when we do celebrity endorsements.
Okay, so Ruchi, in terms of for a celebrity, we've seen a lot of celebrities. Maybe their movies are doing quite well, or they've been written about quite a lot in the media or covered, but maybe that impact you don't see in their brand endorsement. They are not getting many, and the reverse is also true. So what do you feel for a celebrity? Majorly we know it कि आप एज अ सेलिब्रिटी 90% आपकी अर्निंग ब्रांड से ही होगी. 10% would be your domain से whatever, like if you're a cricketer you get through say the Indian cricketer to BCCI, या आपके मूवीज में आपको जो मिलता है if you are into movies or something like that. So what do you feel they should follow if they want to become more brand friendly and get better deals?
I think I would like to answer this with an example of how a celebrity does it. So we all know. I'm sorry, I'm forgetting her name. Sorry. Can I say that answer again?
Yeah, we'll start it again. I'll just give you the cue. Yeah.
So I would like to answer this question with an example. So Dia Mirza, we all know her, and we don't see her in movies much lately, right? But you will see a lot of brand endorsements that she does, and one major thing that she does it she advocates sustainability, and she is a lot into less waste, plastic free living, a sustainable lifestyle. And because people know that she's already doing that, when she did a campaign with Mia, so Mia by Tanishq wanted to launch, they did a campaign with her where they launched a jewelry line saying it's sustainable jewelry. And it just got all over the internet. The campaign did so well. Like in the first 10 days they had over 9 million views on that video, and it was so good they ran ads over it also later. The point is, the celebrity has to be brand friendly. You just can't be someone who does not follow sustainability in life, and all of a sudden you come and talk about sustainability. Does not make sense. But the
Hmm.
consumer, the people on the receiving end, they have seen Dia Mirza talk about sustainability so much in the
Hmm.
daily outfits that she wears. Her wedding was a sustainable wedding, it was a waste free wedding that she did. So after, like, she has been doing this all through her life. In the past few years people have been following her for this, and when she did this brand camp, collaboration with Tanish, it had to do well. There was no question that it would not do well. So that's one
That's
way.
it.
There's also one more example which I feel that celebrities should follow and celebrities are following. You see Janvi Kapoor and you see Sara Ali Khan on a normal regular day when they are going for their stuff and all. You'll see them wearing cotton kurtas. So so they're always promoting good, breathable kurta sets, the outfits
Hmm.
that they wear. No matter, so they might be wearing, let's say, Gaurav Gupta for a fashion show or some designer for a fashion show, but in their daily life, when you see their airport looks or when you see them going to any studio or their daily activities, you'll see them wearing a lot of kurta sets, comfortable outfits. So when they promote brands, let's say like Biba or a brand like Aurelia or brands like so, people feel that connect. And people know that the person is so brand friendly, that she has been doing it herself, so we can trust on the brand. That kind of
Hmm.
also elevates our campaign, or elevates the partnership what we are doing with the celebrity, because we know
That's
that the
right.
celebrity has that in their life.
That's right. Yeah, somewhere here a takeaway would be that there's a state, like what do they stand for? Like for example, in the dressing, when you
Hmm.
mentioned that breathable clothes or maybe sustainable clothing or something, they are in the normal life also they are using those things. So it's a little bit more authentic when a brand comes along and in that same space and they then have a campaign. So definitely that authentic voice as a celebrity, not like posting each and everything or being after each and every trend, where you can kind of maintain yourself, wherein like there's a clear focus, like sometimes with your social media also you see of certain influencers or then maybe celebrities, it's all over the place. So I feel that is something where if you are to be more brand friendly, kind of, no, obviously some brands will take you, some will not take you, right? But you have to have a certain, can't be a middle of the thing, you have to take a kind of a stand where you are. And that will definitely, because that then makes an audience also, uh, you know a perception of more credibility with you, right? Like say for example Akshay Kumar, a little bit I think credibility he lost when he did that, the pan masala brand and all, which was negative. Whatever he earned in that, I'm sure negative impact, say, he didn't get certain brands. And also you can follow that, like, because there is an expectation that you build up. Maybe some other celebrity can do it, right? But maybe for you it'll have more negative impact, so you'll have to like think of those things in having a good brand journey. Awesome.
Also, the
So
brand also
yeah.
needs to keep that in mind. The brand has to be very conscious of which celebrity they are taking and what they are doing. I mean, if I know that a certain celebrity is not into fitness and I ask that celebrity to do a fitness ad for me, I'll not make any money. I did no research probably in getting that celebrity,
Hmm.
and that celebrity's image is also going to get, like, there'll be a lot of backlash. People will say
Yeah,
that, this we don't even know that this person ever is into fitness. Why would you take that person? It's same as, like,
that's right. Yeah, yeah. Like the audience, obviously, with the consumption, internet is everywhere in tier one, tier two, three villages now. Audience, the in terms of smartness is increasing. Everybody researches even when they are buying. So much of research backend they do. They look up reviews and everything. So, I mean, boy, it's better just have a authentic approach. What you feel a certain celebrity stands for or is coming under that value system also would be the right approach to go. Awesome. So now, as celebrities, we'll have a little bit. We'll talk about in terms of expectations. So, like the fans, how has it changed the relation between a celebrity and a fan? Like, what kind of expectations you have from your celebrity? Obviously, as a celebrity, you have to fulfill expectation. That is why they are putting you on a certain pedestal and following you, and you are having an influence on them, right? So, what are the things maybe a celebrity has to follow in that sense?
so let's say we talk about movie stars or we talk about someone from the music industry. People have expectations, like, if we see movies of, let's say, Ritik Roshan, and he doesn't do very serious roles. We know he's fun loving, he is interactive. So people expect him to be the same when he does endorsements. People expect him to have the
Hmm.
same attitude. So the keyword here is attitude. Audience
Hmm.
expects the celebrity to have the same attitude no matter what the platform is. So be it
Hmm.
movie, be it, let's say, couple comedy nights with couple, right? You see a lot of celebrities come there. They try to be as they are, in the
Hmm.
movies. So they have to maintain that image and they have to maintain that attitude, which I
Yeah.
feel Salman Khan does not have. So if
Hmm.
you go to any event, you will see he does not interact much. The way he replies to the journalists, it's very
Hmm.
rude in a way. So
Hmm.
I don't. The fans, then the fan following
Yeah.
only stays
It's
up
Salman
to
Khan you
who he
can't
wants.
consider because he's a like a exception to the rule. Whatever he does, he will be successful in that. So you can't like that can't be a reference for other celebrities.
No, but I mean, not. I don't want other celebrities to take reference, but I'm just saying that, for example, even
Yeah.
if I were to say, like, I like Kapil Sharma, I like the Kapil comedy
Hmm.
nights with Kapil show so much that
Yeah.
if I were to ever, find him at the airport, I would expect that. I would expect him to be
Yeah.
as fun and cheerful as he is on the show. Uh,
Yes. Yes.
like I'm from Ranchi, and Mahendra Singh Dhoni, MS Dhoni, is from Ranchi. No matter where you find him, you'll always see him calm and composed. So
Hmm.
people know that in real life. So again, that attitude. So the attitude that you have on screen should also be off screen. You know,
That's right.
not talking about the negative roles,
And
but in
also an
general.
interesting fact, like you mentioned this Dhoni, there was some kind of a research report they did about like brand endorsements and all. Dhoni, when he was in, he had the highest ROI in the last few years. Just wanted to say, and now, like, even though he's not playing for India, you can see how many brands he's getting, how much of show, even back end, where you see, na, events and all those things. So those he's getting a lot. So this is the reason why.
That's there. He is always calm and composed and poised, and everyone knows. And then, if you just follow him on Instagram, he celebrated his birthday in the most decent way. He had a very simple cake. He had the dogs that are at his place. And then he just celebrated his birthday. So everyone was appreciating it. He did not want people to promote it or do anything. But there were so many shares on social media that, of course, if at this moment any brand who wants to do talk about conscious living, let's say, like they should definitely reach out to do a brand endorsement. If you want to talk about, let's say, conscious living, mindfulness, or something like that, you would want to go there.
That's right. Awesome. So I think it's been a great discussion here on celebrity via marketing. Marketing via celebrity, sorry. So basically, I think Ruchi, I think you some great points you had made about how this whole process works and all, and you've obviously worked in the back end of it. So definitely give us some great insights for the same. So awesome. So anything you want to like talk about in terms of before we wrap up? Anything you want to share, Ruchi?
No, thank you so much for having me here, Nikhil. Celebrity marketing has always, you know, I've always been fascinated until I did it. So,
That's
as a
right.
marketer, I actually did some celebrity marketing during the COVID time. And then I
Hmm.
realized that you have to, there are certain things, like I mentioned, the checklist. You have
Hmm.
to be very, very specific about your checklist, because we tried doing big celebrities, we tried doing mid-level celebrities, we did TV, we did Sanya Mirza for a clothing brand. So we did Sanya Mirza for
Hmm.
a clothing brand, we did Gohar Khan for a clothing brand. We also did, Geeta Kapoor. She's the judge of Dance India Dance. We did her as well. Just to see that which celebrity really has the influence. And no matter that, you might see a lot of times, you see a brand, you see a celebrity, you might think, oh, the brand is doing really well. That's one big myth. Not every
Hmm.
celebrity endorsement is actually fruitful and revenue generating for brands. That's also one major myth that's there. But yeah, over the time, because there's rise of celebrities from different parts, not just the Bollywood and fashion, but you see it from other cricket, you see it from the food, you see it from the journalism. I think over the time, people being more aware, this entire scenario of how celebrity marketing is done in the country will change for better, of course. And my one suggestion to every marketer is, you should definitely, definitely, definitely once in your life try doing celebrity marketing. Reach out to agencies. One way, maybe smaller level, but you should definitely do it. It's one hell of an experience executing the entire thing. You know, doing your research, creating reports. It's very different from the traditional ways of marketing.
That's right. So thanks a lot, Ruchi, for joining us. It's been great having you on the Emma podcast.
Thank you so much for having me, Nikhil.
Okay, and to the audience, thank you for joining us. Many more interesting episodes coming on the Emma podcast. So please stay tuned. Thank you. See you. Take care.